Well, welcome back, guys.
How's it going?
Joined here by Bruno, as well as a couple of the guys from Not Today. Guys, do you want to introduce yourselves?
Okay, I'm Mstco. I'm the blue one.
The captain?
Yeah, the blue.
The leader?
Yeah.
You're the
Yeah.
boss man.
I don't like to call it that.
Okay.
I'm Iwo. I play the role as hard carry in the team. So
Well, congratulations, guys. You just had your first win so far at the summit. We're into the group stage now. What's your experience been like overall? You don't have a winning record, but you've had some really close games. A lot of games you get out to an early lead, but sometimes you struggle kind of to finish the game and take home the victory. So what's your overall experience been like?
I don't know. I
Okay.
think you said
okay, I'll talk in Spanish
Yeah,
to explain
sure,
better.
sure.
I will be translating.
Yeah.
Also, I'm
Eh.
sure that a lot of Peruvian fans are watching the summit as well, and they want to listen to them.
Yeah, sure.
So,
Okay, bueno, el primer día ha sido un día bastante duro para nosotros porque no hemos logrado conseguir ninguna victoria. Creo que en el primer juego contra Cloud9 estuvimos bastante cerca y creo que en realidad es más el hecho de habernos adecuado, puesto que ayer habían algunos problemas técnicos, algunas cosas que tú no puedes medir, algunas cosas que salen, ¿no?, que suelen pasar. Pero creo que ahora en el segundo día ya estamos un poco más cómodos, por así decirlo, y también es un gran paso diferente el haber acostumbrado a jugar con 200 de lag siempre y ahora que estás jugando por primera vez con las condiciones óptimas, es como que te choca un poco porque dices, wow, ¿y dónde está ese lag?
claro.
Hasta para el last hit es diferente,
Sí,
entonces
sí.
es un cambio totalmente diferente. De seguro que es una experiencia muy grande para mi equipo y de hecho que nos va a servir bastante y esperamos quedar lo mejor que se pueda en este torneo. Tenemos miras a no a un último puesto, sino siempre queremos llegar al mejor puesto posible.
Claro.
No tenemos nada imposible nosotros.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's long.
Let's see if you can pull a
Yes,
Josh here.
this is actually a memory game. So no, he said the first day it was a little bit tough because they were like getting used to it. They felt they were really close against Cloud9 in that game. They could have taken it, but also a lot of things happened. Just like like the problems of the first day kind of threw them a little bit off guard. But the second day they were much better. They feel much better right now. And most interestingly, the part that I found funny is that they're really used to play with 200 ping.
Is it
And just like playing LAN is confusing.
really?
In the sense that like the timing for last hits it's different because you get used. I mean, I come from South America as well. You can't play with less than, let's say, 150. You just can't. Like
Yeah.
not even if you play in the South American servers, you don't get more than that. So just like getting a LAN environment, it just throws them off balance with the last hits. But it's like it's not an excuse, it's something that you have to get used to. They got much better the second day, and they're looking forward to this experience, but they are not happy just like having last place. They want to win as much as possible, so they're gonna try and do their best.
Cool. So in the games that I've watched of you, you're one of my favorite teams from the America region. You're a very aggressive team. It seems like you guys favor generally heroes that can snowball. Like for example, Smash will see the Ember Spirit, sometimes Templar Assassin. Would you agree that's kind of your style? Like you just look to generate some early pressure and then just take over the map, go for a lot of kills. How would you describe Not Today's approach to the game?
Okay. ¿Tú respondes?
yo creo que nuestro estilo es como él dice agresivo, ¿no? Pero eso también
Can you move your mic closer to your face? Yeah, that's better.
That's better.
eso también como que nos genera un poco de problemas en el mid game, ¿no? Porque no sabemos cómo subir el high ground, entonces a veces como que tenemos que lo que hacemos es subir y a veces no puedes controlar como Elder Titan, ¿no? Y
claro.
entonces tienes que hacer como snowball, como 10 minutos, 20 minutos, ¿no? A veces no llegamos a tomar esa decisión, ¿no? Nos desesperamos, principalmente también por nuestro estilo, ¿no? Entonces creo que eso nos ha pasado a varios juegos, pero como que ya lo estamos solucionando, ¿no?
Okay. So they said that they agree with you. They have a very aggressive playstyle, and that's kind of like their weakness because then they sometimes find themselves in trouble trying to break high grounds, and heroes like Elder Titan, they really disrupt their game. So they're actually trying to work. Even they either snowball and have like a very controlling lead 10-15 minutes into the game, or they just like have to kind of start throwing bodies towards high ground, trying to break high ground. So that's something they're working on right now.
Okay, so you are developing some other strats to kind of try and deal with that, some alternative play styles? Not yet. Not today.
Not to, aha.
How do you, looking at the playoffs, are there any teams that you're particularly confident about playing against? You were really close versus Cloud9. You had a big lead early on. Obviously, you just took down Tinker. Is there a team that you think you match up best against? And then on the other side, is there a team that you think you really would struggle to match up well against?
Personalmente no creo, creo que también depende de cuánto conozcamos al otro equipo, porque por ejemplo contra Cloud9 scrimeamos como el día anterior y que jugamos con como 3, 4 matches, entonces ya sabemos más o menos cuál era su estilo, ¿no? Por eso como que le pudimos dar una buena partida, pero contra Vichy y contra Sid que nunca hemos jugado, entonces no sabemos qué hacen, no sé. Por más que ves, no es lo mismo ver que jugar.
Claro.
¿No? Claro.
Yeah, they say that it's really about how much they know the teams. With Cloud9, they screened a lot the day before starting the tournament, so they kind of knew what they were doing.
Okay.
But teams like Tigre and Vichy Gaming, even though they see, it's not the same watching games and playing against them. So, yeah, it's about being familiar with the teams.
Okay, so let's change gears here. A lot of our viewers probably are familiar with Smash mostly because he gets a lot of hype from the Peruvian fans, but tell us something about yourselves that maybe the average viewer doesn't know. Anything unusual, funny. If you don't know anything about yourself, you could say something about your teammates as well.
I have a girlfriend.
Feel free to poke some fun at them if you want.
Well, I don't know. Ya, yo creo que, bueno, la mayoría, como él dice, todos saben cosas de Smash, pero yo creo que la comunidad sudamericana al menos nos conoce bastante bien. Tenemos como que un gran apoyo del público de ese sector, entonces eso es gratificante para nosotros. Algunas cosas que no saben es que, por ejemplo, bueno, la mayoría de nosotros, bueno, al menos yo y él, nosotros podemos entender inglés normal, lo hablamos regularmente, o sea, tú me puedes entender normal, pero la mayoría cree que no lo hablamos nada, cree que estamos acá y que no podemos hablar con ningún otro equipo.
Ajá.
Pero eso es mentira, pues yo ayer, por ejemplo, estaba una hora hablando con Kuroki allá afuera y todo eso. Entonces, como que la gente cree que por ser un equipo sudamericano estamos como que un poco apartados de los demás, cosa que es totalmente falsa. Los demás de mi equipo son bastante reservados,
Ajá.
pero son muy buenas personas todos, totalmente amigables. Y nada, al menos yo acá estoy contento de hacer que mi equipo pueda jugar o tener roce con los mejores equipos del mundo, porque yo estoy seguro que si nosotros tendríamos este tipo de torneos más seguido, nosotros estaríamos en un nivel mucho mejor, porque en realidad el estar acá, pucha, es para mí el mejor entrenamiento que puedo tener.
So he says, yeah, that's true that a lot of people know Smash, but he feels that most of the team is very well known within the South American community in general.
Right, of course.
So that people know a lot about them. The other thing that he was saying is that they, like these two, actually speak English decently, and they understand English, of course. Otherwise, they wouldn't be able to conduct this interview.
Yeah.
So people kind of like believe that maybe they're kind of like not with the rest of the teams, but they're actually talking and having fun and just like interacting with everyone else. They also say that the other three guys are a little bit shyer.
Okay.
But well, I mean, one of them is not here, of course.
Yeah.
Fogd is not shy at all.
No.
Fogd is not
He's
shy. But he also was saying that they believe that if they had these kind of tournaments more often, they would be in a very higher competitive like situation right now. And they're really happy to be here. And essentially this is kind of like the best training they can have, in a way.
So what's your experience been like in the South American Dota scene? Are there just not very many LANs, or the competition's not that good? I'm not that familiar with the scene myself.
Bueno, hubo un LAN hace poco, fue el primero, por así decirlo, de Sudamérica, que fue en Brasil.
¿El padrino?
Brasil Game Cup.
Brasil Game Cups.
Pero fuera de eso, no hubo ningún LAN así a nivel sudamericano. Hubo un torneo un poco grande en Perú, pero grande para Perú es muy pequeño comparado al resto del mundo. Entonces, yo creo que con esto de Brasil Game Cup las cosas han crecido un poco más y sí tengo informado que para el siguiente año va a haber más o menos 2 torneos a nivel de Sudamérica buenos, entonces creo que ese es un gran aporte para la comunidad, al menos sudamericana.
¿Cómo les fue en Brasil Game Cup?
No nos fue muy bien porque ahí sí tuvimos demasiados problemas. Se nos perdió la mochila del hardware.
Oh, no.
no pudimos llevar algunos implementos que nosotros teníamos y tuvimos problemas de conexión y no tuvimos ningún día de práctica. O sea, fue como que nuestra primera experiencia, pero también no estuvimos preparados para muchas cosas, entonces las cosas no salieron bien. Creo que quedamos cuarto lugar.
Cuartos.
Cuartos, pero o sea, como que toda la gente esperaba que seamos el primero, pero al final ganó Pain de Brasil.
Oh, Paint. Sí, sí, sí. ¿Sigue estando Pada ahí?
no, es-
Pada no, ya no está. Pada es el manager de Pain.
Oh.
Manager coach.
Okay. So they said they only had one LAN, which is Brazil Games Cup.
Okay.
It's the first LAN. They believe that next year there will be at least 2 LANs. But yeah, it's very different and it's much smaller. There was also a big tournament in Peru, but like big for Peru is not big compared to the rest of the scene. The Brazil Game Cup, they actually finished 4th. They had a lot of problems. They lost the backpack that had all their hardware, and they couldn't use a lot of stuff that they were like planning to use as well. So they only finished 4th there. Pain Gaming, the Brazilian team, actually won the tournament. But yeah, I mean, they're really excited to see, because they believe that with the next 2 tournaments, big lands that will come next year, the South American string will actually grow a lot.
So if you guys, when we move on to the playoffs, if you win your first match, if you end up winning a couple playoff matches, I just have one question for you. Do you have a ceremony prepared?
Well,
Like a
something like that.
nothing?
Nosotros
Ceremony.
simplemente,
Like, what, drunk?
bueno, si
¿Algún
es,
festejo?
si es que
algún-
nosotros ganamos,
no.
no podemos festejar hasta que nosotros quedemos afuera del torneo totalmente. Yo creo que en los playoffs vamos a tener que enfrentarnos a un rival, pero a uno por tiempo cada vez.
Ujú.
Entonces, con el rival que nos toque vamos a tener que enfocarnos al 100% y una vez que podamos ganar, si ese es el caso, recién podemos enfocarnos en el siguiente. Pero yo creo que no podemos celebrar, pues esto generaría distracciones y algún tipo de cosas. Yo prefiero enfocarme y seguir concentrado en el juego hasta que esté fuera de él.
Ujú.
Y a una vez después ya puedo celebrar todo lo que quieran.
They say they will not celebrate until they either win or are out of the tournament. Because the way they have to do things is that they have to focus on the next rival, and they believe that if they celebrate because they take out some team, whichever team that is, they will lose focus to play the next one. So until they're out of the tournament or they win it, they will just like mind focused on whichever opponent comes next.
Okay. Guys, thank you very much for your time. Do you have any shout outs for your fans?
Yeah.
The sponsors, anything? Now's your chance to give them a holler.
Ok, yo quiero mandar saludos a los managers de Not Today, que es Mega Cyber y Telnet Games, also Dilecom. Con ellos empezó Not Today y realmente un gran saludo a ellos. Quiero mandar un saludo especial a toda la comunidad sudamericana, no solo a Perú, pues yo creo que toda la comunidad sudamericana está presente, está viéndonos, está siguiendo cada uno de nuestros juegos, ganemos o perdamos. Y un saludo personal a todos los viewers de mi stream en las noches, la gente que siempre me acompaña porque streameo. Y eso es todo.
Saludos para Fergie y para mi mamá.
Okay, so yeah, they gave their shout out to their managers, the mom, and also some friends, and also the viewers. What's the name of your Twitch? You stream on Twitch, right?
No,
No,
es
ah,
que lo que sucede es que
It's fine. You can say
empecé a
what you
streamear hace 2 meses
Okay.
y estuve testeando Hitbox,
Uh-huh.
pero ahora me voy a pasar a Twitch recién.
Okay. Well, he's doing some Twitchbox, but Hitbox. He's going to go to Twitch.
Twitchbox.
Good man.
Is that new, man?
I was just testing for 2 months. So.
just testing, you know. Yeah. No, but that's cool. So shout out to everyone who watches, and I agree. Like shout out to everyone in the South American community. They're a very passionate community in Dota. I want to add an extra question for you guys, since like you guys, of course, play with a lot of South American teams. Aside from yourself, is there any team that you want to maybe highlight or say like, pay attention to these guys because they're really good, and hopefully in the future they will do well?
Ya, bueno, a mí me gusta personalmente de acá de la Summit.
No, dice de Sudamérica.
De
No,
Sudamérica.
Sudamérica, sí.
Sudamérica.
Yo creo que hay buenos jugadores en Sudamérica. Individualmente podría resaltar a de Sudamérica. Bueno, sin contar mi equipo, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Me imagino. Yo creo que 4DR de Pain es
4DR.
un buen jugador. También me gusta bastante cómo juega Vaga de Pain.
Ujú.
Pain Game me gusta bastante. Creo que también Benjas de Union
Sí.
Game es un buen jugador, es una persona bastante dedicada.
Ustedes jugaron con él, ¿no?
Sí, bueno, él
Era-
es de mi mismo rol, o sea, yo intercambié
Claro.
con él. Pero siempre me lo encuentro, obviamente, en cada final y todo eso. y es un jugador bastante bueno. Una buena persona también. Creo que eso es bastante importante.
Benjas, Gordiño de Pain. Nadie más, creo. O
Okay.
sea, los demás son buenos, ¿no? Pero él ya los mencionó. así
Claro,
que-
claro.
Porque
I was asking them if like they wanted to highlight any team or anything.
Yeah.
And they said that a few guys from Pain Gaming, Cordillo, Baga, and
Bordear,
Borja, yeah, and yeah.
Benja.
And they also mentioned Benkas, which was the guy. Remember, like TI,
Yes.
the guy with the swap. And so yeah, they're like, there's a lot of good players, but if people want to follow some players from South America, these are probably the guys to watch.
We forgot somebody. Masuku.
Oh, yes.
But
no.
You couldn't get him in your suitcase. What happened?
Uh, he didn't want it. He said, "No, I'm too sad.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna stay here."
Okay.
Oh, saludos para Masoku también.
Ah, queremos mandarle saludos a él también. Sé que nos está viendo. Ha sido muy difícil para él el habernos dejado ir, ¿no? Que nosotros nos vayamos sin él. Ha sido demasiado difícil, pero solamente quiero que él sepa que Not Today somos con él. Entonces, que unos saludos grandes para él.
He just wanted to say like a big shout out to Masoko as well. And
¿Hay
the
algún-
release.
Perdón.
Sí.
Bueno, el Mstco quería saber si había alguna forma de obtener los super teclados que tiene Vichy Gaming porque son hermosos.
What's a secret, man?
So he's asking if like there's any way
was
they
about
can get a
to talk.
copy of the keyboards that Vichy Gaming have because they're beautiful. Maybe we can get them in touch with Vichy Gaming.
I still want a DK mousepad as well. They don't
Yeah.
make those anymore.
Yeah, that's I actually have one of those.
Really?
Yeah, I
I
don't
hate
know.
you so much. Right now.
But yeah, they wanted to say like shout out to Masoko and that not today is not today without him. So he's a very crucial part of the team. They're really sad that he's not here. He's really sad for not being here. But hopefully in the next LAN.
Next time.
Next time.
So
Hope
yeah.
so.
Well, guys, with that, thank you very much for your time. We're going to take a quick break here. Everybody, you're watching the Summit by G2A.com. When we return, more Dota. Stay with us.